more reasons why I could never be a Muslim, and neither should you. There is no salvation by grace. None. None. No matter how you look at it, you are dead in your sin and trespasses, and there is no way out of it. Number two, their whole salvation, if you want to call it that, is based on obedience to a law that none of them can say that they have kept perfectly, which is what God requires, the perfect keeping of his holy law. So if any of them feel that they have acceptance with God, they have to admit that they have kept God's law perfectly, which is ridiculous. Because no man can, which is the reason why God put on human flesh and came and dwelt among us and extended to us the offer of salvation. They claim that Muhammad received a revelation. Well, where is there evidence that anyone else can corroborate Muhammad's story? Because as far as I know, there are no witnesses, no one who's witnessed that Muhammad received any revelation whatsoever. So this is really kind of strange because they just borrowed everything from the Word of God, including the Ten Commandments from the Old Testament. And yet they say that it is acceptable, that is true, and yet they have the audacity to believe that they are able to keep God's law. So they also reject the incarnation of Christ. They also reject the Trinity, the triune God, which the scriptures make clear. However, the only way you could ever understand that is when you become a believer. So they make such a big deal about not understanding the Trinity. Heck, even Christians have a hard time understanding the Trinity. I get that. But the natural man does not discern the things of the Spirit. The natural man must become a spiritual man in order to embrace spiritual things. So I don't waste my time trying to explain to Muslims why the Trinity is. Because as unbelievers and unrepentant, they have no ability to embrace it. They have no ability to understand it or to comprehend it. So these are just a few more reasons why I could never be a Muslim.